Hi guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm Jonathan Garcia, and in today's video we're going to be going over the new SBD belt and doing a full review. Just want to start off by saying, full disclosure, I am a SBD sponsored athlete, but I'm going to give it to you guys as real and raw as possible, just like I do in every single one of my reviews that I do. I think that you guys deserve nothing but the truth. And on this particular belt, honestly, just before even we get into the video, I've been training with it for a couple weeks now. I wanted to do a first impression review, but I think I was getting ahead of myself. So I wanted to go ahead and train with it, do some heavy lifts with it so I can give you guys my honest opinion and see if it's worth upgrading. And I use the word upgrade because this thing is an upgrade in every single possible way. I absolutely love it. I thought I was in love with the previous belt. In my opinion, it was the best belt out there, but this right here, just the changes that it provides and how much more comfortable it is all the way around for me is just outstanding. It's almost like SBD made this belt for me. Everything I didn't like about the previous belt, it's fixed. And again, for me and my body shape and my kind of proportions, this thing was something I didn't know that I needed, and now that I have it, definitely could not lift or live without. Now, before we get too started on the review, I wanted to go ahead and talk about this awesome gift that SBD gave me. Not only did they get me a belt, but they also got my name written on the sleeve, and that's just super awesome. I just gotta say thank you so much to SBD for that. It almost feels like a sheath, you know, like this is a sword or whatnot, and you just kind of pull your sword out for battle. I just think it was such a nice touch. I don't know, it's really cool. I don't see myself really using this for meat, but imagine if you had like, I don't know, like a squire. Maybe Arian could be my squire, and he hands me the belt, and I just, you know what I mean? Just, you know, I just think that's super awesome. One thing real quick I want to show too. So the previous belt said SBD apparel, and this actually says SBD powerlifting. So I really, really like that. See if my phone will focus. Man, look how sexy that is. And I'll be doing a side-by-side comparison on both this belt and the previous belt, so you guys will see the changes and everything. Just right off the bat, y'all, it's SBD's great quality. Sorry, it's a brand new shirt, so tight on the collar. It's a absolute just marvel of engineering. It's sturdy, I mean, it's stout, just like all SBD's stuff, you know what I'm talking about? I mean, it's just made with the highest quality. If you saw, they did post kind of like a video of like how they make it, and it's really cool to watch that video. I'll link it in the description below of all the how many hands touch the belt and just the quality. Right off the bat, you see here the SBD logo is updated to the new logo. And here in a moment, I'll do a side-by-side so you kind of see that. And just with training with it, heavy squats for the past few days, and we're gonna be doing squats with it today too. So I'm gonna give you a live demo of, you know, what I feel and what I kind of like, what I think the differences are between this belt and the previous belt. Main thing I absolutely love, y'all, is the front clip here is totally redesigned, and it's not redesigned to where like they're reinventing the wheel. They just made subtle changes that make wearing this thing so much more comfortable. And I'll kind of do a demo on this one and the previous one and why I think it's more comfortable. They made this buckle much smaller, and this right here clip just much more rounded, and guys, I'm telling you, it makes the world of difference here. So without further ado, oh, let me show you the back. The back is beautiful. Look at that beautiful red. Now that red does fade. So if you guys are gonna be getting an SBD belt for the first time, this red, like all reds, seem to bleed and transfer from, so your first couple of times training with the belt, guys, you wanna wear like a dark shirt. Don't wear like your favorite light or like light colored gym shirt, because you will stain it. And SBD does say that on the packaging, but this right here, like most reds, will transfer over. So you wanna wear a dark color shirt the first few times, so that initial red kind of goes away. Also guys, I am planning on doing a giveaway. So if you're looking to get a new belt on me, I'll be happy to buy you one. All you have to do is subscribe,
Details coming in the next video.
I wanted to show you guys real quick if you've never used a lever belt before. So it's quite different than like a buckle belt that you wear, kind of like a similar to a normal belt where you kind of suck it in and then have to find the prongs every time. What I really like about this style of belt is once you find what hole you want to put it in, all you do is you pull this lever and it automatically tightens. So if you, like before, I used to lift on a, here, actually let me see if I can see it here. Hold on. So this was my first belt I ever used at a powerlifting competition. And that was when I was kind of a newbie. I really didn't know like what SBD was, or, you know, like it was funny. It was in Atlanta and I went to go lift, do check-ins, and they were like, you can't use that belt. I was using like a Gold's Gym, like Walmart belt. I spent like 50 bucks on. But anyways, so these guys hooked me up. I had to buy all new like singlet and wrist wraps and everything. It was a crazy ordeal. But again, I didn't know, and that's my fault for not doing my research, that certain brands weren't IPF approved. But either way, so this was my first, but I really didn't love this belt. Look how flexible it was. And I felt like it didn't really offer me a ton of support. And then SBD, when I became an SBD sponsored athlete, sent me my first belt and I immediately fell in love. So I'll demo real quick. So once you put it to whatever desired hole you want, right? You lock in the prongs here and then you just pull this lever. That's it. And you're ready to lift. You're done. And how badass is that? You know, it's just like a part of like a good lift. You're done with the lift and I'm done, bitch. So either way, so that's how you demo. That's how you use it. I just want to demo. One thing I really do want to talk about, I mean, just right off the bat, my first impressions of the belt. Of course, I've lifted with this belt already, but even still, I mean, I was years lifting with the older belt. This is so much more comfortable. I mean, just right off the bat, I don't know if it's because it's thinner or the redesign of the buckle, but it's so much more comfortable, and I feel like I can squat deeper, and I feel like there's no flex in the belt, for lack of a better term. I felt like the older one, maybe because of my core, my torso being so small, because you know I'm a really short guy, I'm only 4'11". I always felt like there was like just like too much of me was covered up with the belt. And this being a little thinner, a little smaller, I just feel it flexes with my body more and it feels tighter throughout the entire squat. And that's something that I feel like I can squat deeper in, because it's not like compressing me to where I can't like get deep enough on my squats. And sometimes when I had the belt really tight, like you want to be and feel secure for heavy squats, I felt like with the older belt, it was so thick that it would kind of hinder me squatting really, really deep. And here, I just feel like it's a lot more flexible. It almost feels like an Olympic style belt. And I wish I had my old belt here to kind of do a comparison. But if you've ever done Ollie lifting, it feels like the kind of belt you would wear for Ollie lifting. If that makes any sense to you whatsoever. It may not if you've never done any Olympic lifting, but it's something I feel like I could legitimately use this for clean and jerk and be super effective, or the snatch even. But either way, guys, yeah, I just kind of wanted to make that first kind of like, as soon as I start lifting with it, even warming up, I'm like, wow, this is so much more comfortable. And it goes back to what I was saying earlier, that this belt feels like an upgrade I didn't think that I needed, but I'm so glad they did it. I mean, it felt like the problems that I had with the old belt, I didn't even know there were issues until I started lifting with this new belt, and I'm like, wow, it's right, so got a little bit more weight on here. This is 220 kilos, which is about 480 pounds. We're gonna do a quick double here. One thing I'm also noticing and really, really loving about this new design buckle is that it's not digging into my inner thigh. The previous belt, because the buckle stuck out so far and it was a very kind of sharp edge, almost like a square, it would really dig in to my inner thigh to the point where I kind of have like a permanent bruise right here from when I'm squatting deep, and that thing just digs right into my thigh. So with this redesigned belt, it's just so much more comfortable, and I'm not feeling that constant pain. so much more comfortable all throughout the movement, and there's no letting up on its tightness, which I really like. It definitely conforms more to my body throughout the entire movement. But this belt throughout the entire squat feels like it's really hugging me. I'm telling you guys, it's a 10 out of 10. I can't overstate it, and I'm not being biased by any means. This is hands down the best squat belt I've ever used, period. Just lifting belt, period. Like I said, I feel like I could clean the jerk in this thing and still rip it. So either way, let's continue with the review, or with the workout, so to say. I think I've pretty much given all my thoughts and my initial impressions on the belt and the vibe. Let's go ahead and add some real weight, get into the 500s, and let's see how she handles with that heavy load. That was pretty awesome. That was, sorry. I just want to record my reaction like as that was happening. That was hands down the coolest set of squats I think I've ever done. I think I could have done one more. I don't know, I was pushing, I gotta see the video. But this belt, guys, I'm telling you, it is awesome. It is the truth. I felt so comfortable. Zero pain throughout the entire movement. Oh, let me sit my ass down. Ugh. And guys, I'm telling you, just shut up, give SBD your money. You're gonna be setting PRs. This is the best belt to squat in, period. Period. Take it from me, the best belt. I couldn't be more in love with this belt than I am now. It's just, again, it goes back to what I said. It's a change I didn't think that I needed. By this belt, I'm gonna catch my breath and finish this video. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for watching this far. Thank you guys. All right, guys, so that's my review of the new SBD belt. Like I mentioned all throughout the video, it's not only is it fantastic, it's literally the best belt I've ever lifted on. The big takeaways here are the slimmer profile of both the thickness of the belt and also the belt buckle, which made a huge difference for me as far as comfort deep in the squat. Very happy that they made that change. Again, as I've said multiple times throughout the video, these are changes and upgrades I really didn't think I needed, and I'm so glad that they decided to go ahead and do that. Guys, I'm telling you, I wish I could buy every one of my subscribers a belt. Happy that they've made these changes, listening to lifters throughout the years. And that's why SBD is such a great company. They listen to their lifters, and they make hands down the best equipment you can buy for yourself. So again, guys, thanks so much for watching the video. I'm Jonathan Garcia. Feel free to follow me on any of my social media platforms, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.